What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Banks CEO. We are Jersey ENT, we are Jersey Magazine, and Jersey Down. So I got the Jersey Club Queen herself, Miss Unique, in the building.
Hey, what's good, y'all? What's up? We are Jersey. What's up, Banks?
What's going on, man? We finally, I know y'all been asking. We finally got Miss Unique, Jersey Club Queen herself.
I'm here.
In the building, international
What's up?
DJ. She is here. Appreciate you coming to bless We Are Jersey Magazine. And she was on time too, so you know what that means. She about her business, she about her time management and balance.
Just touched down from London town.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna talk about she making moves, y'all. She making moves. So Unique, let me take you back a little bit and actually take me back in your journey a little bit, okay? So tell me about when you first started falling in love with music in general. Before we get to the DJ, because there's so much to touch on with that. I just want to talk about you falling in love with music from a youngin to now. What started to progress you to this point?
Aww. Okay, well, I definitely have been I've been a music lover all my life. And as a kid, I started off playing the piano. That's what really got me into it. I took piano lessons. And my parents used to take me to a lot of theater, like auditions, because I used to sing just around the house. So my dad was like, you know, you're going to be on the Apollo, and like take me to audition for the Lion King and Annie. And also I was in dance class. So, you know, it was a mesh of just like hearing the jazz music for jazz class and, you know, also for tap dance music and, you know, have a pianist for the ballet class or, you know, listen to something abstract from modern that, you know, I just couldn't really put a genre onto at the time because I was so young. So that music for me started early. Like I was in concert band. I touched every instrument, but like when instruments weren't my thing, like, and you know, the drums, I couldn't do it at the time, even though I've, you know, beat Pat now, but I couldn't do it. So yeah, I've always been musically inclined, yes. Gifted, yes.
So now, I love it. We're the same. We were the same. This is gonna sound like a similar conversation, like you talking to me. So now, from the musically inclined aspect of your life, now when does the DJing come into place? Like when did you go from non-instruments to playing one of the main instruments that spins all the sounds and the turntables?
Right. It's funny, like, you know, I'm the kid that grew with technology, you see me? So don't think I'm old. But straight up, when like laptops came into play for real, you know, it was like, and the internet, and we started getting, you know, all the musical downloads, and it was like, okay, like music is digitalized. So I feel like DJing really came into play before I even got a laptop for real. It was just seeing all the scene, the Jersey club scene explode, and my boyfriend at the time was a DJ, so I just used to hang around him, and I was like, man, yo, like this is dope. Like I need to get into this, and because you know I already like music. I was just like, you know what, this is like dope. I could get into this, and you know after DJing, that's when I got a laptop, and I was like, aside from DJing, I'm gonna produce music, and it came so natural to me because it was just all the instruments I ever touched in concert band, but in a laptop. Absolutely. You know, and I was like, oh, play the piano already, like so. It was kind of curtains. Right.
So blending music for you has always been easy.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say one of your early starters were as far as a genre for mixing on a turntable?
It's funny. I definitely was like a big Nicki Minaj stan. I have like I used to do whole mixtapes of like all her songs because it was something I knew by heart too. You know, like you have to have a lot of memory with music. So I used to do mixtapes like that, like just straight Dipset, straight Max B, straight Nicki Minaj, like straight Ludacris, you know, just any rapper that I really admired. And then that's when I got into club music, and you know, club and house was one and the same. Absolutely. My late mentor, R.I.P. DJ Hutch, he was definitely a figure in the North house scene, and he did the sound for all the parties. Like I'm talking, you know, anybody who's popping in Jersey, he did the party for. J Hood, Little Man, DJ Slank, you know, just at the time he would pull up there.
Shout out to the pioneers.
So I was like, you know what? I'm about to go to your house and practice. I used to skip college, like, and just go to his house and practice, you know. And
don't tell me you used to skip college.
I mean, stay in school, but you know, I used to skip class. Like class ended early. you know, and I just used to go to his house and practice. And yeah, it was just, he put me onto house music. He was like, you know, you got to learn your roots aside from the club music, because I was just young, wanted to DJ club music. They were like, hey, you got to know the fundamentals. So he really put me onto house music, and my blending just got better, you know, over time. So
now, from a DJ question, I'm gonna ask you this now. Did you start off with Serato? Did you start off with Tractor? Did you start off with vinyls? Did you start off with a controller? Or did you just start off with a beat pad?
Nah, I started off with virtual DJ. I keep it funky.
Oh, we going way back. Okay.
Way back, virtual DJ. But I was told that was trash. So I was like, wow, I can't DJ with that at parties. So, but it's great to start practicing for any young musicians out there. I started off on CDs, and it was cool. It was like a cool era, because when I started off on CDs, like, it was just kind of like more competitive. Like, I used to go to house parties, and definitely was the only woman trying to get on the decks, but I used to have my CD ready, like, so I could just put that shit in there and be like, oh, it's my go, I'm on the decks. Like, what are you gonna do, eject my CD? That's like extra and rude. You know what I mean? So I started off on CDs, then I went to Serato. Did not like Serato. It was giving me like, I can't look at the crowd, I can't feel y'all, I'm too focused on this screen. So I went back to CDs for a little bit, also because when I started touring Europe, I didn't want to bring my laptop to every club and have a Serato box and set it up. It was too much. So I went back to CDs when I started touring Europe again. And then that's when USBs came into play. And I was like, oh, this is my vibe. Yeah. DJing with the laptop is risque when you produce. Like, you're risking so much. Like, and a spilt drink is like,
dun-dun. Don't want that.
Yeah.
For any DJ out there, be careful with your laptop.
Yeah, man.
No drinking while you're DJing.
Okay, no drinks by the laptop. For real.
Now, let me ask you a question just off the top of my head about this. What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? It's look at me. But also when I started DJing, I felt like what I was doing was different. I didn't see a lot of women. You know, it was just definitely male dominated. So I'm like, yo, I'm different. I'm unique. Like, and then it just stuck. I was like, yeah, DJ unique. And then it just became unique because I didn't want to limit myself with just the DJ.
I love it.
Yeah. And
now becoming a pioneer now of yourself, just being in the Jersey club scene, not calling yourself the queen of Jersey club, because she is, man. She's been out here for a minute, like a long
I know,
time.
Since like a whole teenager.
For real, because we was listening to it when we was young too.
Yeah.
Probably around the same age bracket anyway. Now let me ask you, so what have you learned from the aspect of producing when you were younger to now, the way that your sound is now? Like, what were some of the things that you learned along the way? Were there any gaps in between? Did you get any producing block in a sense, or was it something that always was a flow for you?
I mean, my progression with producing grew as technology grew, because now it's like I got so many toys I could just use, and so I feel like when I do stumble across like situations where I just wasn't inspired, I would just grab a different DAW, you know, like I would grab the beat pad and, like, you know, not look at the laptop, like just straight just hear it, not look at it, you know, or I would go real analog, you know, and just grab like all my analog sounds and, you know, create stuff not from a sound kit. So that's like how I would get out of a funk. But to be honest, like, I'm such a beast, like, I never really stopped working. And it's crazy because people be like, damn, like, you don't stop. Like, you got to clone. Like, I really don't. I put out so many projects, and they're all so different. Like, I live up to my name. Like, you're not going to hear the same Jersey club song for me. Like, no.
Right. And actually, does that also contribute to now when you're starting to tour? Let's talk about that.
Touring?
Let's talk about touring.
First, I want Jersey to know that I've been touring the world since 2016. This is not new to me. It's true to me, and I does this shit. I know that y'all just seeing this for the first time, like a lot of y'all, because you're just getting put on to me or because of the internet, but I've been touring the world.
Let it be known. Unique. Touring the world.
Yeah, because everybody like, oh my God.
DJ. It's in the script.
And I'm just like, this is like, London's my second home. Like, I don't need no map. You know what I mean? Like, I live like a regular person over there. Like, yeah.
I love it. So now, when at that point, let's go back to 2016. So when you first were about to start touring Europe and everything like that, what was that initial feeling? Now you're about to put in your bio like international DJ. Now I'm touring the world. I'm leaving my stomping ground, leaving Jersey and leaving the U.S. in general, but leaving Jersey, my stomping ground, where I started elevating my name to now going to progress and elevate my name in a whole different third world country?
Man, it was crazy because I saw my peers doing it. You know, big shout to Natus and Sling and DJ Tamil. They were the first 3 to head over to Europe. And of course, like, you know, being one of the only women, I'm like, man, like, okay, cute, like, my turn. Yeah. Like, it's my turn now. And I really made it my business to, like, be in the right places at the right time and network, you know? Like, networking was so different. You really had to pull up on somebody, right, for real. It wasn't just slide in my DMs like, your party looks dope, I want to play it. You know, it was, like, real, like, oh, I'm going to your rave, because there'd be people from other places there, and, you know, just network like that. But when I got my first offers, just because I was putting out so many mixes and tracks on SoundCloud, it was from a DJ from Australia. Her name is Nina Las Vegas, and she ran radio over there. Like, I'm talking like their Hot 97s called Triple J, and like she was on every Friday night playing the latest club tracks, and she was showing love to me. So she threw a tour, and I was like, wow, like Australia, that's really far. Like, you know, like literal 24-hour difference. Right. And I was working at the liquor store at the time, which was a cool job because I got to barter so many like DIY warehouses, right, like, hey, like you use my discount, like I could throw a raise, right, like, you know, so, like, so that networking came into attack, right? It did, but I quit that job. Like, I just didn't show up anymore. I just went to Australia because they didn't want to give me 2 weeks off, and I was like, man, Australia tour is Australia, yeah. So, you know, that tour was like the one that really said, I put the battery in my bag. It was like, yeah, you got to do this now. Like, you got to go hard. Absolutely. Like, you can't come from Australia and be whack, you know? Like, so that really kicked things off. And after Australia, it was London. And after London, it was, you know, Asia and Eastern Europe and West Europe, yeah, Mexico, like, you name it.
And when you came back to Jersey after all those different types of trips, like, what was the mindset? What was like to get back over there? Because is it something that you always have? I guess because even as creatives and artists and producers and DJs, like, I think we need to know, like, is there ways to get over there consistently, or is it sometimes feels like a one shot and you got to give your all and you just don't know?
Right, especially given the times that we're in now, yeah. Like, you know, you be like, don't take it for granted. Like, when's the next time I'm coming back? It was definitely something I wanted to be consistent about. I was networking while I was over there and actually meeting so many people that were already fans of me. Over in Europe, they appreciate our music so much. They always have, since back, you know, to house music. Right. So, you know, they have people from Newark coming to play house music in London all the time. So it's really dope that I could do that with our new take on, you know, dance music for Jersey, you know? Right. And yeah, I want to keep going back over there. Like, they love our music. I just feel like it's finding a connection with them over there. And they love about me just like how I'm so Jersey. Like, they love it when I talk on the mic. Right. DJs over there don't really talk on the mic. But you do. Yeah, but I do, and they love how I dance. They're like, oh, like, she did that move, you know, and then, like, I get the dancer's respect. So I love that. And, you know, I played so much radio over there, too. I wanted to just spread the music. So any opportunity I got, like, I was just on their radio stations, whether it was official or pirated, you know, just ramming Jersey club through the ears, like, this is that person, this is that person, this is how we party over here, you know, because they all see it, they all know us for the airport. So I'm like, yo, how we got everybody landing here, but nobody, like, you know, understands the culture beyond just like, or has a place to go to experience it firsthand, you know, aside from the internet. Absolutely. At the time. So, you know, now my goal is really to just, you know, aside from go back over there, I want to just bring dancers so they can maybe get that vibe on the dance floor, curate a lineup to where, like, I can have, like, you know, a person or two come with me over there, because I've only ever toured those places by myself because it's so far or it's their first time. But yeah, I'm hoping for more. Like, that's like what I think when I come back. Also, I think, like, damn, I want to have what they have festivals over here too. Like, it's so different. Their parties challenge my ear, and I feel like as a musician, like, any musician could appreciate that, you know, because yeah, East Coast, we give what it gives.
Sure do. So creators, make sure you connect with UNIIQU3 because you never know. You might be on your way to Europe. You never know.
Okay. And I can play your music. Hello. Right.
Stay connected. Stay connected. So now I want to get into this EP that you just dropped. Right? Okay. 6-track EP called The Heartbeats. It's out right now. Dropped October 8th. It was on Spotify. We checked it out. My favorite is Unavailable. Just gonna say it out there. Put it out there.
But you decide.
You decide your favorite Jersey and worldwide. You decide. So let's talk about that. It's a lot of feeling in that EP. It's a lot. Yes. 6 tracks. From beginning to end, it has like this nice sequence that it goes in that you can kind of feel like each track by itself, each blend. Allow a little bit of house, a little bit. It could be a little hip hop in it, but a lot of Jersey club, just different sounds and uniqueness that you feel within it. You know. So tell me about the creativity behind The Heartbeat.
Okay. Well, first I want to shout out my label, Local Action, that helped me release it. Their UK label. That connection.
Big shout out to them. See that?
Yeah. So this project, I definitely wanted to show some emotion. I feel like all my music is so lit, you know, and after listening to my music, I feel like you can feel like confident, like a bad bitch, you know, or lit, lit, ready for the party. Right. But I just have always supplied that feeling, and I wanted to just challenge myself as an artist. And also challenge my audience as like kids that like to rave and in the club, you know, to just, you know, hear this genre a different way.
Right.
And also for my mature crowd, you know, because I have a lot of women as my fans, and I just feel like, you know, they should be able to understand that I go through the same thing, even though like I'm in this position of being a DJ. Like, yes, I'm in the club, but I also like get my heart broken by a dude I meet in the club.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Or something like that. So I just wanted to make something more emotional, more vulnerable, more sonically full. You know, because Jersey Club could be very raw and cut edge.
Absolutely.
And I love that about the genre. But I also, you know, I'm a producer, and I wanted to see how it would be to make a body of work that sonically challenged like whatever I made, period.
I like that. Okay.
And that's why you hear all the influences of house music, of R&B, a little bit of pop, hip hop, you know, just all in this one project. And also, I feel like me making these songs, making this project from a woman's perspective is so important, you know, because they're topics that are mature.
Right.
Real people go through them. Unavailable is about ghosting. Shame on Me is just about not getting reassurance. Like, damn, I let you play me. It's not like shame on me, like, oh, like he played me. It's shame on me. Like, why did I let you do that? You know, and microdosing, you know, it's all about reciprocation of energy. You know, I compared, you know, they say, oh, like you're addicted to me. Your love is like a drug. So yeah, my love is like a drug. Do you want to microdose me? No. Take the whole trip.
Right.
You know, there's none of that. So
bars.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you want to get a dose of me. Yeah, you want to get a dose of me. So that's what, you know, microdosing is all about. Like, do you want to get a dose of like the whole dose, or you just trying to take little bits and pieces? Because I don't have time for that. Drowning it is like it flips the whole project. So like the first project is kind of just like self-reflection.
Right.
Self-reflection on like the relationship that you had. And I feel like these songs could fit romantically or platonically. That's what I like about them. But yeah, the whole first half of the project is self-reflection, and then it flips and it's like, oh man, I'm giving into you again. Because it happens. Drowning it is all about drowning in those feelings and other stuff. You know, and other stuff, okay? And touch is just about being, like, addicted. Like, you know, once that person comes back in touch with you, you kind of can't, you kind of like, damn, why you do that? But then what you're waiting for, I feel like, is how everybody feels about that whole situation. Like, you're kind of like, yo, no, I'm not with it. Back up, shame on me. You're not microdosing my love no more. But damn, the way you're touched, it got me drowning in emotions. And then you're both like, what are you waiting for?
Oh, I'm intrigued. There's a whole story to it.
Yeah, it's like, what are you waiting for? Because that song is about, you know, like the reassurance. Like, either like, I want you, you want me, but like, why are we doing this? For what?
I like that.
So yeah, anybody that, you know, didn't make it out of COVID cuffed, this is for you.
I love it.
I'm right here with you.
Man, UNIIQU is in the building. Hilarious. I love this. So, like I said, we gotta wrap this up. So, Heartbeats is out. Make sure you go check that out.
Yes.
She's out here touring. She just got off a tour.
Yes.
Shout out to that. Now, with this year almost being done, because it drops November 15th.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What else could we expect to see from Miss UNIIQU?
Oh man, I'm about to tell you mad stuff, so get ready. So boom. Microdosing has been on BBC Radio 1 for 6 weeks now. Make sure I keep streaming and supporting that. If you didn't know, now you know that I am a part of the Chloe record. I helped co-write it. So when you hear Booty So Big, Lord Have Mercy, that is me, my sis TT the artist, and Mighty Mark. So keep streaming, have mercy. Shout out to Chloe and Berta. Also, big news. By this time, it'll just be coming out. So yeah, I'm gonna be on a billboard in Times Square for Spotify's Equal playlist, representing the ladies because it's an equal playing field in music, and that's how it's about to stay. And go vote for Microdosing for the Grammys.
Let's get it. You heard it, man. I love it. We here. Jersey, we here. This is what we do.
Jersey.
We are Jersey Magazine. Miss UNIIQU in the building, man.
Hey, thanks. Give me this. Bye. We are Jersey. We are Jersey. We are Jersey. We are Jersey.